If we could all stand. Who supports Olivia in her marriage to Ashton today?
We do.
All right, you may be seated. All good. Grab that little Olivia. Yeah, you got it. All right, we good? Thank you all for joining us today and being a part in this special and romantic occasion. Now, Ashton and Olivia, I would ask you to look around out into the audience and take in all the people who have come to support you both today. I would also like to invite our guests at this time to take any pictures and then proceed to turn your phones on silent and put them away for the rest of the ceremony. All right, here we go. I first met Ashton when we were 4 years old, when our parents were dating. I think back to our childhood, and without fail, the first images that come to mind are floors covered in Pokemon cards, hours of road trips with our faces glued to our Game Boys, and time spent outside on the trampolines acting as superheroes. I first met Olivia at Elmwood Middle School, and this girl was unstoppable. She was a whiz in the classroom. I remember teachers bragging nonstop about her tests and assignments to those of us who weren't quite as prepared. On top of that, she was a successful athlete and choir member, and she only continued to flourish in these skills going into high school. Though Ashton and I grew up the same age, we also grew up pretty different people. He could build computers, I could do a jazz square. He was smart, I was creative. The brotherly rivalry was evident. And it wasn't until college that we truly connected on a deeper level. Liv and I seemed to be around each other a lot in grade school. But I wouldn't say we were quite besties at the time. We didn't really hang out outside of school. But we did always love watching each other thrive in our respective areas of school. What we did cross over and connect on was show choir. For those of you that didn't know, your officiant today used to be a dance captain. And so that means that I got to choose my dance partners in high school. And when Liv joined the group, the choice was easy. I knew she would be a reliable partner, just as she has been and will continue to be in this relationship. She was always great at what she did, and we always had fun working together. And it isn't always the case, but I suppose sometimes distance does make relationships grow stronger. By our senior year, Ashton and I had become good friends on top of being great brothers. And in college, that bond only continued to grow. We both started discovering who we were in our journey through adulthood, and each time we came back together, we were able to share that with one another. Coming out to people isn't always easy, but with Ashton it was. The kind, confident, goofy guy we all know and love up here ensured a feeling of warmth and safety for me, and I will never forget that. He is the best brother a guy could ask for, and I have no doubt that he will continue to ensure that feeling of warmth and safety for Olivia moving forward. You've got a good one. When they started dating was the next time I would see Liv since high school, and the girl was still on fire. Only now I got to see a new side to her that I wasn't quite able to get to know in high school. Liv is genuine. She is strong in her heart and her mind. And she sure knows how to stand by her friends and let them know that they are supported by her, just as she will continue to support my brother. And though I already knew she was a great person, it was a comforting thing to have affirmed by her words and actions. I remember in college, Ashton telling us that he was dating someone. But at the time, I didn't know it was my old dance partner and grade school classmate genius, Olivia Chambers. When I found out, I was ecstatic. Because not only did that mean that Ashton had found a partner that was undoubtedly a wonderful human being, but it also selfishly meant that I was going to get to hang out with Liv a little more. Anytime I came home, I got to spend time with them and watch how the relationship was growing into something beautiful, something that could last a lifetime. Never had I seen Ashton care for someone that wasn't family as much as he does Olivia. Later on, I would realize it was because she was destined to be part of the family. They love each other, they challenge each other, they push each other to be the best versions of themselves. And when they fall short, they're by each other's sides, waiting to hold them and pick them back up. It's a committed and dedicated love that is meant to be sealed by a celebrated day such as this, surrounded by their loved ones. When Ashton first told me he was proposing, I was upset. Not because they would soon be engaged, but because I wouldn't be able to be there for it. I had just moved to Charleston, and I wasn't able to be there for the proposal, but I was beyond ecstatic for this next step in their journey because it simply made sense. And I knew that no matter what, I would not miss this day, today. The day that their beautiful love story was made official by a tiny little piece of paper. So let's do the damn thing, shall we?
Yes.
Now I would like to invite Liv's cousin Hannah to come up and read the poem Unending Love.
Hello? Okay, I'll just speak really loud. Can you guys hear me? I'm Hannah, and I'm going to be reading the poem Unending Love. I seem to have loved you in numberless forms, numberless times, in life after life, in age after age, forever. My spellbound heart has made and remade the necklace of your songs, that you take as a gift, wear around your neck in your many forms, in life after life, in age after age, forever. Whenever I hear old chronicles of love, its age-old pain, its ancient tale of being apart or together, as I stare on and on into the past, in the end you emerge, clad in the light of a full star, piercing the darkness of time. You become an image of what is remembered forever. You and I have floated here on the stream that brings from the past. At the heart of time, love of one for another. We've played alongside millions of lovers, shared in the same shy sweetness of meeting, the distressed tears of farewell, old love that in shapes that renew and renew forever. Today it is heaped at your feet, it is founded in you. The love of all man's days, both past and forever. Universal joy, universal sorrow, universal life. The memories of all loves merging with this one love of ours. And the songs of every poet, past and forever.
Thank you. Liv and Ashton have decided to write their own vows to share with one another today. Ashton will be going first, and then Olivia.
Olivia, the past 4 years have been filled with some of the best moments of my life, as well as some of the most difficult. We made it through college, we made it through a pandemic, we moved to Little Rock and back, and we've endured career changes. Throughout all of this, I have had no doubt about our future. Our relationship has always come so easily. I feel free to be 100% myself, and I love that you're able to match my level of weirdness. Together, we've grown so much, and I look forward to continuing to grow with you on our journey through life. I know that no matter what life throws at us, we will figure it out together and come out stronger on the other side. I love how kind and empathetic you are. You encourage me and push me to become a better man. Your smile never fails to cheer me up and fill my heart with joy. You are so intelligent and driven, and I know that you will accomplish everything you set your mind to. Today and for the rest of our lives, I promise to continue to grow with you and to always be your best friend. I will always support your dreams and help you to achieve them. I promise we will always have a home filled with babies, even if we're allergic to most of them. I will forever be your shoulder to cry on and the one who will comfort and support you when life gets hard. I promise to always work on strengthening our relationship, and my love for you will only grow deeper from this point forward. I have no idea what our future holds, but I do know that regardless of what happens, I want you by my side for all of it. You are my best friend, and I can't imagine doing life without you. I love you with everything in my being, and I promise that I always will, in this life and the next.
All right.
Handkerchief, please.
Yeah. Here, I have some.
Thank you.
1 second. Here.
I can't see.
Yeah. I have lots.
I'm such an ugly cry.
No. No, I can't see.
I have a lot.
Ashton. Since the moment I met you, I knew you were special. I remember when you walked into our chemistry lab the first day of school, tall, sweaty, and out of breath, because it's August at the University of Arkansas, and you just walked up the hill from Pomfret. You sat down next to me, and upon hearing my name and who I was, you asked if I knew Cedar Valdez. First question, not where are you from? Do you know Cedar? Yes. I've known Cedar since 6th grade. He was actually the first person to be nice to me at my new school. I lost my way home. I didn't know which street to turn down, and he was the first person to realize that I needed help, and he walked me to my street. And so I always knew you were an amazing person and that you had an amazing family from the beginning. We chatted for a bit about our mutual connections before class started. And then you never really talked to me after that. Except for the occasional biology-related question or asking me when our final was for evolutionary the day before. I had no idea that you were even in that class. But looking back, it was probably because you were a bit shy, or that I sat in the front row of every class with my fight face on, and I wasn't very approachable. Yet you were always there. When you finally worked up the nerve to ask me out on my birthday, keep in mind this was a week of me telling you how awesome La Huerta was and how we should totally go together sometime.
Yes.
It's such good food. Finally, you asked me out, and I thought, thank God, I'm no longer making a fool of myself. But regardless of all that, I knew I loved you and wanted to be your best friend forever, immediately. Loving you has felt like coming home. So much so that on the way walking back to Alpha Chi after our first date, I told you that I loved you for the first time, and you said it back. I couldn't not tell you, and I thought you would have freaked out or leave, but you stayed. Since then, Ashton, I've fallen more and more in love with you. You've been my home, my safe place, my rock. Only my soulmate could get me, a person who is deathly allergic to cats, to get not one but two.
The second one that you asked for.
You got me. And I know for sure that you love me equally as much because you also let me get a dog. Ashton, you are patient, you are kind, smart, silly, all the things that love is described as. And today I promise to always be that for you. I will always love you, unconditionally, without reason. My sun rises and sets with you. And I can't wait to spend the rest of our lives looking at those beautiful sunsets together. 1,000 lifetimes with you will never, ever be enough. But I promise to find you and love you in every single one. I love you forever, baby.
And now, as you are holding hands, take a moment so that you may see the gift that you are to each other. These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will give you support and encouragement to chase down your dreams. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. These are the hands that will lift your chin and brush your cheek as they raise your face to look into eyes that are filled with overwhelming love for you. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. The dark blue cord, representing water, is draped over the couple's hands to symbolize that your love may flow and fill you to your depths. Under your thumb. Will you both try to alleviate one another's anguish and suffering, sharing joy and success?
I will.
I will.
The next one. The second binding is made of green, which symbolizes earth and indicates that your love may be wise and nurturing, as well as being happy. Will you use your daily actions and encouraging words to keep your relationship alive and flourishing?
I will.
I will.
Right. The third strap is made of red, signifying fire, to symbolize the brightness and passion of your love. Will you both assist one another in developing your spirit and intellect while reaching your goals?
I will.
Great. One more. The fourth binding is completed with a light blue cord, symbolizing air, which may represent your love as limitless as the sky and filled with life. Okay. You've just been bound together, your two lives linked by love and trust into one. Though this physical representation of your commitment to one another may be removed after this ceremony, the knots of this binding are not formed by these cords, but instead by your vows. You can go ahead and pull it through. You're right. I'll take those. Wonderful. And now for the rings. There you go.
It fell. It's on the ground. Oh.
Nice.
Scary times.
This one first. There you go. Ashton, do you take Olivia to be your wife?
I do.
You want to put on the ring? Here you go. Olivia, do you take Ashton to be your husband?
I do.
Put on the ring. Throughout this ceremony, bride and groom have vowed in our presence to be loyal and loving towards one another. They have formalized the existence of the bond between them with words spoken and with the giving and receiving of rings. Therefore, it is now my pleasure to pronounce them husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride. All right. And y'all are free to go.